Hey, you little core gobblers. Actually, that sounds like a bad term. Core gang. How's that? Core gang. Hey, core gang. That's what I'm going to start calling the listeners. So,
core gang.
If you're out there listening, you're in the core gang. Welcome to episode 58. Who's a famous athlete who wore 58? We do this every week. 58. Famous athlete who wore 58.
I'm really bad at all athlete stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and throw at him. Throw at LeBron James.
LeBron James? I'm sure he wore 58 like at a college basketball practice.
If you look it up, he probably did. There's a bunch of numbers. I feel like he wore 58 for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, man. One's going to come to me in the middle of the episode. We're going to be like going through a story, like a really in-depth story. I'm going to shout an athlete.
Yeah. You're like, Godfrey Gebronkadonk.
No,
like,
honestly.
Oh, there it is.
It's
Yeah.
pissing me off. I want to say Antoine Vermette, but he didn't wear 58. It'll come to me. That episode of Birdcore. Welcome to Birdcore. Sorry, I'm so nervous. Welcome to Birdcore. Stupid idiot. Stupid.
I mean, like, old people piss their bed all the time. I piss my bed all the time.
You're pissing right now.
My flesh prison needs more inmates.
Have you been hitting the cream?
This isn't violent.
You're being sold for $14.
Now I might be accidentally baptized next week.
Oh, dude, it's the Ozempic commercial.
Did you get the cowboy butter?
I will inflict you on the sentence. I will inflict on you.
So remember before I was talking about how I hosted this with two buddies at one point?
Yeah.
So that stinger is from when we recorded this together. That's those are some of the best sound bites of our time
some
together.
Some bird core lore, you know?
Some bird core lore, yeah. And then it's the track underneath that is mixed. It's called iFlow by my friend Alex Mick, who is a musician.
Okay, Alex Mick.
So I've had some guests on who have who are musically inclined. You being one of them. So what are your thoughts on the on the track there?
I'll be honest, I hated it. I'm just kidding.
Awesome, sick.
I think it was amazing. I'm always intrigued on how people find tracks for these things, especially like intros.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, I want this to be, Pharrell happy in the background.
Yeah.
You can't use that. So it's like they just come with something similar and like royalty-free music.
Yeah.
But it's cool when you found someone to actually do it.
Yeah. And we definitely have gotten a few copyright strikes.
Actually?
Oh yeah. We've had
No way.
some bits where we referenced our one of our guests was in Ibiza. And she was at like a EDM show or house music, or whatever. And then we put in a clip of the artist she was referring to. And then we got a copyright strike.
Oh, wow.
So thankfully we don't make money on this show. So not an issue.
You said ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McDonald's was like,
Yeah, I don't think so.
None of that.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Upstairs. Hey, you get it? We'll touch on that. Literally. That's right, folks. We have a guest today. Yes, we do, because that's not Sham's voice, but Sham is here. Hi, Sham. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I like the clips in your hair.
Thank you.
Today's guest is a content creator, accentologist. Well, that means he can do accents. Creator of popular internet comedy series, is plural, such as The Office.
Stanley, what would you like, my friend?
Is it on the company?
No, it's out of your paychecks.
Can't find your name on OnlyFans.
And If Seinfeld was filmed today.
Oh, Jerry, I borrowed your AirPods last night.
Okay, can I have them back?
Jerry, listen. I lost one of my AirPods. I had to listen to music with one ear, Jerry. Do you know how impractical that is?
Oh, yeah.
He is also an incredibly talented musician who can play the piano like no other. He can also play the guitar. He can sing. He can draw. It's one of those brains that's just born with creativity is what I'm trying to get at. All in all, he's a very talented, creative, and overall cool dude. And he is sweating, what'd you say, bananas level sweaty right now?
Bananas level sweaty.
Awesome.
Yep.
And his Seinfeld impression is so good, you would think that Jerry is in the room with us.
Oh, yeah.
But Jerry is not in the room with us. Instead, we have Alex Sandoval.
Hell yeah.
Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
You did.
Sandoval?
Sandoval. You did.
Sick. And his okay, that's it. The clapping one is the only one I can't stop early, man. I could stop any of them early.
What
But
the hell?
And the clap is like, no, I'm going long term. But I also want to say your middle name is Fabian.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw your LinkedIn.
And your blood type is O negative. It's Alex Fabian Sandoval.
Sandoval.
Don't worry.
Okay.
People go to the wrong. But you got the whole thing down pat. That's very, very lovely of you to say. Thank you very much.
Of course,
very
dude.
excited
Of course.
to be here I was telling you before, I love this podcast, and I was excited to be on it,
Thank you, man.
especially on this hot, lovely summer day.
Oh yeah, I think we got the AC on. Do we have the AC on? Yeah, dude, we got the
Oh,
air
I'm
conditioning.
feeling
on.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can sleep over if you want, man. Don't go back in the heat.
Dude, don't tell me with a good time.
Yeah, but I got to be up at 5:30, so you got to be up at that time. Too.
All right, good time taken back.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's crazy hot today, though. It's actually ridiculous out there. It felt like Satan opened up his orifice, and just all of us kind of walked right in,
Right into the colon.
Yeah, basically right into the colon. But yeah, I felt sweat in the back of my ear today, which I don't actually think I've never actually been walking around and felt sweat trickle back down my ear.
Yeah,
if you can feel in the armpits, you can feel
Oh, for
it,
sure. Yeah, when you start to get like random orifice strips, you're like, oh, I didn't know that I could do that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's like just off the top of the eyebrow here or
Yes,
something.
yeah.
And then you see someone, you ever do that on the subway? Or like you're just, it's really hot like in general, and you run into someone, you're like, I really didn't want to see this person, especially in this state.
Yeah.
So then you turn away, and then you run away from them. They're like, I definitely saw you, right? And it's like, yeah, that was me, but I was sweating really bad. So,
And it's someone that you kind of wish you would have looked more presentable seeing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always the worst possible scenario of you're sweating like crazy and you look like a mess, and then the person that you're seeing happens to be like the one person or one of few people you'd actually kind of want to be put together.
yeah, exactly.
Or, you know what I mean?
Someone from LinkedIn. You're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah. I just applied to a job at your company and now I look like I don't have a house.
Yeah, he's like, take this guy's application offline. He was
Exactly.
sweating off his eyebrows and orifice. And I don't want to see that again.
I could smell the stench coming from him.
That guy's not welcome in our company. I'll be honest. I've started to leave the subway if someone wants to talk to me that like I don't know. So like this happened once where I was on I think it was I go all the way to Finch and I was at Rosedale, and then there was a gentleman who was just like I was like, what's up? He's just like he's like, so nice out, huh? I was like, it is. And I got off the subway and I waited for the next one to come through, and then I took that one to Finch. And I don't know if that's just me. I just because I feel like I'm very extroverted in life, my commute time is solid.
Absolutely, especially if you're going up to Finch, that's the last stop. If you are going up to Finch and you run into someone that you can have awkward small talk with at Wellesley, get off the subway.
Get off the subway. You have to be like a tier 1 to 5 friend for me to stick around. Anything past that, it's like I gotta. We're at tier 5 now, which is great. So
Yes, of
I'll
course.
stick around for y'all.
Naturally,
But otherwise, I'm getting off the subway.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Sham, you used to have to go up to Finch all the time too. I can imagine you had some rides where it was like, I don't know if I should stay and talk to this person. Did you ever consider maybe getting off the subway and taking the next one?
I feel like because I was going up to Finch, most of my friends would be gone by then. But in a certain way, it's kind of like, okay, like I can always guarantee that I was getting on and off alone, but I sometimes wish I was the friend that had a friend the whole time.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm definitely familiar with Finch. And then after Finch, I'd have to get on another bus and then go up.
Oof, you were like north.
North, Richmond Hill.
Oh my
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's when we
Yeah.
first started dating. Sham was still living in Richmond Hill. So
It's
I'd see
long
her-
distance.
Literally. I'd see her
was.
maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Now it's like I close my eyes and I open them and she's there all the time,
Yes.
Be
which is
happy.
a gift and a blessing. I
Yeah,
am.
exactly.
Yeah, you tell
Yeah.
your friends she's from Richmond, and they're like, "Oh my god, is that okay?
Yeah.
Long distance? How
Yeah.
hard is it?"
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah,
But
we made
it makes now sweeter.
For sure.
Because we
Oh,
did
yeah.
that. We really did that.
Especially
where I was-
living here after Finch, my days it's gotta
I
be
know.
great.
I
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. We love this little pocket. I feel like every week we kind of end up talking about where we live in our area. And it's kind of like last episode in particular is getting to a point where our unit number started getting mentioned.
We're just doxing you.
A little bit, yeah. We're talking about the neighbors across the street and
Yeah, it was
they have
getting
3
a little
kids.
too...
Yeah. Yeah, actually, we found out today. I think one of them is a lesbian couple that we've gotten to a point where now we're creating all these lives for them, and we know everything about them. And,
Totally.
But that's just, I guess, the nature of podcasting.
Of course.
Someone's
All
going
your
to get
listeners,
doxxed.
they all know everything about your building.
Oh yeah, that's our address, and the 7th floor is the pool. Oh, the concierge. Yeah, I love him. Yeah,
That's Joe. Yeah, I love Joe. Yeah.
we actually had one that we nicknamed Gorgeous Eyes because
Gorgeous Eyes.
I
well,
hope
he
he's
had
listening.
GE. Yeah, We actually would say GE.
We called him GE.
Yeah.
He had the most gorgeous eyes. But
What
he wore
color?
Glasses. They were, I can't even tell
It was
you.
like a new color
It
that
was-
hasn't yet been invented. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
crystal.
different every day.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. It kind of changed with the season.
Vermouth.
No, literally.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And he would cover them with these glasses, and we're like, take them off.
Yeah.
You're so gorgeous. But we said it only in our heads. And
Yeah, yeah.
now that he's
You're
gone,
just at the
I
entrance.
wish-
Take them off. Take them off.
move that bun.
No, literally. Yeah. He also had this certain aroma of him. Like when you stepped out of the elevator, oh, GE's working.
GE's in the house.
Yes,
GE's in the
literally.
H, dude.
Literally.
Literally.
And he was. And now he doesn't work here anymore. We don't know what happened.
Eye modeling, probably.
Probably.
Could be.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, someone saw him who's like an eye modeler, and they're like, take off your glasses right now.
Yeah.
And he took them off.
Yeah.
They're like, come with me, sir. And then he just took his number and everything. Do you guys find like the ice blue eyes? Do you find those intimidating or pretty? Because I don't know how I feel about them.
I think it depends how ice blue. I think like
Like it goes into your, like you feel it go into your soul. It's like a Dementor. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
got colder in here, you know?
I don't know.
That's
Shem,
the
what
thing.
about
Like,
you?
if you're aware of it, I think that's when it gets scary. Like the people who are like,
Yeah, their eyes are always like this for some
yeah,
reason.
they don't blink.
The
Yeah.
Erica Kirk eyes.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's the ones that kind of like gorgeous eyes where like they don't know the power of their eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a little more muted and it's
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
more subdued. So you're like, it's palatable.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, yeah, stare at me. But then the ones who know and they're kind of like, and then you're starting to count how long it's been since they
Yeah,
blinked.
yeah.
You're like, yeah, no.
There's always saying something intimidating to them. Like, what's your SIN number, by the way?
Yeah.
Like, just like really aggressive.
Or they already just like hold like high positions of power. I was actually
Yeah.
I was in this situation today. I
It's
saw
a cop. Yeah.
Yeah. Fine, hands
Your
behind
hands
my
up.
back.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'm just lost in your eyes. I ran into someone today who happens to be like a high level executive in the entertainment world, and they have these very piercing blue eyes. And I think because they're in the position that they're in and their eyes are as piercing as they are, I was more like, oh, like a little bit intimidated.
Yeah.
Like he would turn his head and his eyes are so bright that the sun reflecting, I could see like, I don't know how to explain this, but it was like hollow. I could see through like his retina, the blue.
Yeah, yeah.
In a way,
that's crazy.
It was like looking into the ocean, kind of.
yeah.
So yeah, that was
It's reflecting light on you. Like,
a little bit. I was like, wait, that's my future. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
I have 7 kids. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. That's okay. You down for 7 kids?
No.
No.
Nah, 2 is good. Twin girls. That's our plan. Yeah, yeah.
And what happens if you don't? You're like, next time. And then it
Start
turns into
over.
7. You're like,
Yeah.
well, let's
That's
stop
how
there.
it happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Just figured it out.
yeah, yeah. It's funny. Like one day down the line, our kids listening to this. Like we have 2 sons who are 5 years apart. Like, Mom, Dad, is it okay that you had us? Yeah, it's fine. Go get the microphone. We're recording.
Yeah. I found out I was an accident well into my teens. I was like, maybe I'm an idiot. So I was like, maybe like 12 or 13. And like, I was at my parents' wedding and it's like, duh. Right.
Right.
But I remember my mom being like, of course, we didn't mean for you to happen. I was like, oh, what? And it was really funny at that point. And then my brother came 6 years later. So
Oh, really?
a little younger brother. Yeah.
So was he extra accident?
No, sorry. No, 6 years after. No, he's 6 years younger than me. That's what I meant to say.
No, he
So
was
he was
already
intentional.
born.
He was intentional.
He was intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you were 6 when he was born?
I was 6 when he was born. Yeah.
Okay, so he was also at the wedding.
No.
No, they got married.
They got married when I was like 2.
Oh, they said 12.
No, sorry, I was 12 when I realized I was an accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even worse. Yeah. It's
Well, you said
terrible.
you're an idiot. I think I'm the idiot. I was also at my parents' wedding, but I think I was in my mom's stomach. I think she
see.
was a few months pregnant. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"What's going on out there?
Yeah,
Sounds awesome." Yeah, they actually got married.
Is that vanilla? Yeah, it's vanilla, isn't it? Yeah.
Mom,
gotta
have
be
another
vanilla.
bite. Yeah, they got.
Now I know I like chocolate. Not into vanilla. Yeah.
They got married on the radio because my dad was like a
What?
Yeah, my dad was a long time broadcast, like morning man in Montreal. So their wedding got broadcast on the radio. So their wedding was also. Remember, I said he was a morning man. Their wedding was at like 6 a.m.
You're kidding.
Take that in. If it's, I think so. I mean, I don't know. Dad,
crazy.
Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think that, it's like, I do. And traffic. You know what I mean? Like, I would think it's probably in the morning, but.
The guests are just crying like, Jesus. They're crying not because of what's on there. It's way too early.
Oh, yeah. They're like not drinking booze. They're drinking coffee. Yeah. You got a great radio voice too, though.
Really? Oh, that's kind of me to say. Thank you.
Well, I mean, a lot of you have so many different voices. I was so surprised digging through all of your content. I referenced your Tlog BO.
The TTC is receiving a lot of flack as last night one of its drivers started randomly insulting passengers, calling them pieces of shit and fat lards.
Which was a spoof of Blog TO, basically, right? So one of them you did, for example, was like, actually, I wrote it down here. It was like, TTC driver got in trouble for calling people pieces of shit and fat lards. And it's, hey, your voice was great. And it's, I think it was so convincing that people were commenting, like, what line is this? Like, how'd you let them talk to you like that? Bro, that's the craziest thing you
That is
what
awesome.
line is this?
Right?
Definitely this green line. What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, they would comment that because it probably happened. But the funniest thing, so I would partner with my friend who also had a massive page at that, or still has a massive page, is the Toronto Affirmations. You've probably seen that. But basically her and I paired to like, just kind of put videos of like Tlog BO up, and I would do stuff that could sound true. So at one point I was like, Galen Weston has let everything be free at Loblaws from this week to this day to this day, and during Christmas everyone's like, oh my God, I'm going, and I like commenting that like my grandma just got in trouble because of this. It's like, it was so funny, and I was like, this is perfect. So I kept doing that, and I remember at one point I did this is mean, but I did the Toronto douchebag parade starts at Oakville, Ontario, and ends at Ruby Soho. And then Ruby Soho messages me being like, we don't with this. Basically like, we don't with, online bullying, like that kind of thing. And I was like, you guys, all my bullies go to your bar, but it's hilarious. Yeah. So like at that point I was like, I'm sorry, yada, yada. Like I didn't mean it. It's just a joke. And they're like, all right, come in for a free drink whenever you want. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
We'll see about that.
Wow. It'd be crazy if people believe that one too, because that's like a 35-kilometer walk. Like, dude,
they're just all wasted by the time they get to Ruby Soho. Yeah. No, that was one of my favorite projects I did. I tried to get a job with BlogTO at one point with that because they all knew me. They like the main guy with the glasses would reach out. We're friends now, and like a couple of the other guys like Taylor and them.
Yeah. And
then they never, like, none of the applications ever went through. And I was like,
oh really?
I think you guys were a little hurt about that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't you applied, didn't get it. This was your revenge.
It was, and then I applied again.
Okay.
And I didn't get it. I was like, all right, whatever. But worked out for the best.
The one I liked a lot, and I referenced earlier on the show, was the McGangbang one.
The McDonald's at Queen and Spadina has just announced the recent ad campaign called the McGangbang, a public orgy happening on the second floor.
That was another good one. Shem, for context, the McGangbang order is like Junior Chicken and McDouble, right?
Yeah.
So Alex had made a video where he was like, McDonald's announced that they will be running the campaign of the McGangbang, which is a public orgy on the second floor. And then, like, taking your friends, I guess, who had pretended to interview them, right? Like, they just come out like, oh, yeah, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Oh, what I think I got, McChicken and chlamydia. Yeah, that was great.
It's okay. That was so dumb, but it was so fun. And the fact that they did it is even hilarious. My friends are very open to doing my stupid ideas, which is nice to have people that are open to that stuff because I don't have to like find actors. I just use people that I know. And I would be like, you guys cool if we do this thing? They're going to call you a fat lard. And they're like, okay, sure. So they would do it and it would get some virality and they'd be like, oh my God, this is really fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's clear that your circle is like very creative and very willing to like, let's do it. Like the Seinfeld series that you do, it seems to be just, from what I've seen, it's you and one other girl, right?
Yeah, it's Maria. So Maria and I she's one of my best friends. We essentially we lived in a penthouse together, and like during COVID, essentially we ended up finding it was like a penthouse on DuPont Spadina, and she lived on the bottom floor of the top floor. And I met a lot of my friends through that experience, and we've just stayed friends since then. And in 2022, when I started doing the Seinfeld thing, I was like, "Do you want to be Elaine?" She's like, "Sure." She's British, by the way, so she's like, "Sure, of course." And then she like does the English accent like perfectly. People don't know that she's British.
I had no clue.
So, yeah, people have no idea. So she's done it since then. Yeah, it's been great. She's loved it.
That's so fun. Can you give us a little Seinfeld impression?
Oh, of course. It's like it's funny because people will sometimes ask me what character I like playing the most, and it's like Jerry's easy because it's so easy to talk like this and complain about things, but then like I love being like agitated and like just frustrated, and George is so easy to get upset about, and it's like everything it builds and stuff, and of course Kramer's just like, it's like, well, whatever, man. Like it's always like very like kind of also edgy, but a lot more relaxed and calm, kind of that radio voice we talked about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So those are I like doing the Jerry stuff. I find myself sometimes like I'll be talking and complaining about stuff, and it comes out just like slyly, and people are like, I know you're doing it. It's like, I don't mean to. It just comes out like that. I'm sure it'll come out at some point in the pod.
Absolutely. And then you just give us your phone. We'll start recording. Like, you'll have an idea come to mind right away, too. At what point did you realize you're like, oh, wait, I can kind of nail these accents?
I watched Seinfeld when I was a kid with my dad. I never got it. And then I eventually I think it was end of COVID, like 2022-ish, where I started watching Curb. And Curb is so funny. And I didn't realize how funny it was. And then I started watching Seinfeld from that. And I just thought it was like, there's a plethora of things you could do today with it. And there wasn't the first person. There was other people doing it at that time too. But I just like tried my hand at it. And it was like, if you look at the first episode, it's a bunch of like really shitty impressions. It's not good at all. But it did some numbers on TikTok. Excuse me. And I was like, let me do this forever. So I started doing it more and more and picked up some more heat. And then, I guess it's gotten better since then. But, yeah, I loved it. I've always done impressions. Like even when I was in school, I always did impressions of like teachers and stuff. We had this teacher, Miss Murphy. She talked like this. She was very nasally, very what's his name? Kermit. Oh, it ain't easy being green like that. It's like she would do that kind of. So she would yell at us and then walk in like, "What's wrong with Murphy today?" And like people all would laugh, and I just would take that and like just to fly with it. So I just love doing those things.
Were you a bit of like a class clown too then, I guess?
To an extent. I was quite shyer when I was in school, but like now, yeah, definitely less shy.
That's so fun. Have you done like voice acting and stuff, or is it mostly just for your own content? Like,
honestly, just my own content. I've never really. I've always wanted to do voice acting, but it's like voice acting. You got to go through like acting as well, and there's like a whole thing to it. It's just very intimidating.
Yeah, it's a whole dance, man. I realize that too. Like I've done a ton of sketches with my friends, and I've done improv, and I've done like stuff on social media. But it's also like, okay, if you want to really dig your feet in the acting game, it's like it's not just as easy as, well, I've done this stuff. It's like, okay, but maybe no one in the industry necessarily knows who you are. Like, okay, get representation, and like, well, what does your acting resume look like? And do you have classes that you've done? Like, okay, improv is cool. Stand-up is cool, but like, what about actual actor training and stuff like that? It's really a whole different beast.
It's a whole body. Like Maria it's like a full-time actress. She does like she's gonna be on a thing coming up soon. It's like the murder of someone, and I forget what it's called, but she's essentially like with Melissa McCarthy, and like she's playing like a Netflix show. It's gonna be huge. So she walked me through my first like audition, if you will, for like it was like a thing I was doing, and I'd never done that before, and I did zero prep work, and I went to, she's like, babe, you need to practice the lines before. I was like, all right, I will. But it's it's intimidating as hell. So do you do mostly like sketch, that kind of thing? Like how did you kind of end up in this?
I think it was when I first moved here, I had done a lot of stuff like just on TikTok or on Instagram, like not necessarily stuff that blew up, but I built enough of like a little bit of a portfolio, and then I ended up getting
sick. I've seen some of the movie stuff you guys have done.
Yeah, so that's with Kirby and Ben, who's actually our editor Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
And every time actually I mention Kirby, he puts a picture of either Jesse Eisenberg, Kane Parsons, or Michael Cera, because that's who Kirby looks like. So now I've said his name 3 times, so there should be a picture of at least all 3 of those guys. Yeah. If you watch back this podcast, that's exactly what will happen. Nice. So I met Kirby in an improv class because I had a ton of sketch like phone stuff, like not sketch, but social media skits and whatnot under my belt. And I was like, let me try improv. So I did an improv class at school, and that's where I met Kirby. 4th time now. There will be a new picture of him. And him and Ben were like super serious about this sketch stuff. Like they had just made a short called Bake Sale. So they had the whole, like, they have all the gear and they have all the work ethic to actually start making these sketches and whatnot. And then they kind of started to pull me into that stuff. And then we made our first one was called Call It, where these paramedics are saving a man's life. He dies, and then they're like, all right, well, pack our stuff up. They pack it up. This man comes back to life. And we're like, oh, we just packed everything up. So like
awesome.
that kind of realm of like silly comedy, like serious but still very goofy. And then
Very like that's a bad idea. Like those guys,
Yes.
those guys are great. Like
Exactly,
That kinda,
yeah.
It's professionally done, but it's like really silly concept.
Yeah, so that's kind of the world that we're trying to enter. So we've done tons of sketches, but we're kind of starting to think of like, okay, you know, as a feature in our near future and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, doing a lot more of those sketches, I fell in love with like performing a lot more and acting, and you know, Sham has seen it all firsthand. Like she's with me, you know, all the time when I'm just like trying different things and you know, doing different sketches and whatnot. So like I'm trying to pursue more like I think the goal is fully just like acting, but a lot of also making my own stuff with these guys. Like in this day and age, you can be an actor who gets auditions and puts out self-tapes and fingers crossed, but you can also be the kind who is like
innovative and like doing stuff on the side.
Exactly. Yeah. Like making your own opportunities. That's how a lot of these, you know, you talk about the That's a Bad Idea guys, like aren't those the guys who just made Obsession?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
it's awesome. It's like, it's such a fun environment because it is like social media, I think in general is very open. You can do whatever the hell you want, which is really cool. Even the office stuff that I've been doing, I was putting out auditions and it's bananas to me. The fact that like, I'm not paying diddly squat and these people are like giving like actual, like really beautiful, like well done auditions to be part of the show. It like blows my mind. I'm like, this is so cool. But it's like, it's again, like these people, these are trained actors who are like, who've been doing this for a long time and they know what it's like to like put your name out there and like put effort into it and like stand out and stuff like that. So it's impressive, but it's cool to like people on their end as well, like do their own sketch stuff and like do their own things. I feel like you kind of have to, like, you can't just be a musician now, you know? You have to be like a marketer and a videographer and like you have to be a killer editor and work with like production. Production's like another instrument. Like if you know piano and producing, it's like literally piano and like violin. It's like you have to learn those two things. It's just like it's in one way it's like right? Like years ago you didn't have to do this at all, but now it's like it's kind of cool because you could just YouTube it and figure out how to do all this stuff on your own anyways. Yeah, and just learn how to become like that's. I learned editing just by doing it. But there's so many resources out there to just teach you how to become like all these things. It's cool.
YouTube University, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, especially you got to be super multifaceted these days if you want to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't realize that you were putting out auditions for your office. Also, can you explain what exactly Off-ish is for those listening who might not be aware? So
when I was doing the Seinfeld thing, I essentially took a hiatus for a bit. And then around, I would say, like early last year, late 2020, what year is 26? 20 and beginning of 2025, I started reposting the old ones, and it kind of got the hype going again. So I was like, what if we did like an Office spinoff or like the Office It Was Made Today type thing? And I knew that we needed to get a big cast together, but like again, I had a bunch of friends that were willing to do it. So my best friend Dario was like, you should be Jim. And then his girlfriend Britt could be a great Aaron. Maria could be a great Pam. So it was just us four. It was just us four at the beginning. And then, like, literally before our second episode, Wade Stoken, who's like, I don't know if you've seen him, he's a juggler guy. He's like a big juggler on Instagram and TikTok. And he just messaged me. He was like, hey, like, are you looking for anyone to play like Dwight or something? I was like, I messaged him at like 11 p.m. the night before we were going to film. I was like, you want to be Dwight? He's like, sure. I was like, all right, great. So he comes in the next day. My friend Dario's, he's a graphic designer, and he basically like was like, hey, come into the office, we can do it here. So we came in, and then like that video did really well. So we're like, let's just keep it going, and then growing the cast. So I would put out like casting calls essentially for like people in Toronto, actors, comedians specifically, to do it with us. And we've gotten like so many like just incredible actors, like just really, really great people to do it. And also people like Dario and Britt who've never acted or done any of this stuff ever, who just like hit the ground running. Better than me, honestly. I do an okay Michael Scott, but they're killer at their roles. I love it.
Well, Dario, that's the guy who plays Jim, right?
Yeah.
People are literally commenting how much his voice sounds exactly like Jim, and how like his mannerisms are the same as Jim.
It's insane. Yeah.
Like, Sham, you watch The Office, right? I'm one of the, like, I guess 4 people on earth who never watched The Office, I think. But I mean, I was showing Sham some of the stuff last night, and like, can you attest to it? Is it like very much?
I can see the aura, his hair.
Oh yeah,
Like I can definitely see like the resemblance.
Big time. Yeah.
Even without him speaking, I think you can assume like he's going to be the gym.
Oh, big time. Yeah, and it's so fun. People will comment. They're like, "Oh, you can tell who it is without them saying their names or whatever." I'm like, "That's exactly it. We want it to be like that." So I love it. I think it's so much fun to do. So I've been doing. So we're going to start doing Friends soon, and like I really want to do Arrested Development and Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dude.
There's a couple of them.
Can I be Tobias Funke?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if I could play like weird enough to be
just shave your head and then paint your skin blue.
Yeah, and
like,
wear jean shorts.
Yeah, I blew myself. Like just,
I have so much fun with it. Oh my god. So what, like, you make all these, they're wildly successful on social media. Like Rick Glassman is commenting on this stuff. You know, like established professional comedians, actors, and creators are engaging with it. Where, like, can it go from here? Like, is your plan to just keep it on social media, or do you eventually want to, like, you know, have a show on TV one day or have a web series? Like, what exactly is, like, what's, I guess, the long-term goal with your creative endeavors?
I would say, like, long-term goals for sure, like show running. I do want to, like, make my own show at some point. And like, you know, sometimes people ask like what, like, can you do like original content? It's like, I do want to get to the point where I'm able to like just take the reins and do my own stuff and like build slowly towards it. I fear that like me being like, this is my show and this is it, and it tanks, because I've done that in the past, and it's just like, you know, maybe I should stick to my old stuff. So my thing right now is that like, I basically want to keep doing and adding new shows and doing new things like that like will generate more followers and more eyeballs essentially. And then at that point, slowly start to integrate like my own skits that like would turn into a show essentially. What's her name? Veronica Slavikovska was like on like SNL and everything. Yeah. She had like for a while, her and her boyfriend would like do those like skits that it was just like her being a giant weirdo, but like it would turn into these, like, now it's kind of like a sitcom essentially, right? Which is like kind of like my goal with a lot of the skits that I do. But you know, eventually, like, it would be nice to like submit like an actual script to, you know, like a production studio and stuff like that, and then be like, we'll give you money to do this. And that's honestly the biggest reason why I can't, because like obviously, like, you know, we all have jobs on the side, and we have to like kind of make money to live in the city, you know, it's so expensive. Yeah. But that's the idea. It's you have to like do other stuff. So, and you know, put to the point where I'm able to like do this stuff financially free. It's like it's gonna I think it's some more time. And by the time at that point, I think I'll have done this enough that like I've honed my writing enough that it's like I can make a really good show versus one that like could be better.
Well, you're getting all your reps in with writing too. Like, you're writing all this Seinfeld stuff, and are you for the most part writing all the Office stuff as well? I
come in with this like a script, like a frame, and then we'll do a table read. It's so fun. And because again, they're all comedians and actors, we just like laugh for like an hour and just like go over like bits. You could do this or this. And even when we're filming, they'll like they're like, oh, what if I said this? And it's like we all like just start dying. It's like, that's the waffle you said. So it's like it's a lot of like added jokes that are like just absolutely meant. But like I'll at the beginning it'll just be my frame.
Okay, yeah, cool.
It's like its own jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is, you had mentioned we all need to have, you know, real jobs in the city, as it's such an expensive goddamn city. And I know that's true. You had said
it's so expensive in Toronto. I hate it.
Dude, and I'm coming from Montreal, living at home with my parents. I was like, I have it so easy. And then I moved here, like, how hard can it really be?
Sacre bleu. Yeah, you can hear it's like,
yeah, man, it's crazy. Bro, if you ever need a French Canadian character, man, I put my name into the hat for that one. We'll go.
Well, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But
are you also from Montreal? Or?
No, I'm from here. Oh, Richmond Hill.
Richmond Hill, yeah.
Our Hill.
Yeah.
Our Hill represents.
Finch Station and up. Yeah.
It's only up from here.
But Sham actually lived in Montreal when we met.
No way.
So we swapped. You know what I mean? She was there for the summer. And then you were here for a week. When Sham first met, she was here for a week. And then, like, you know, date was going great. We saw Spider-Man. Our first date was a movie, by the way, which is like...
That's awesome.
It's not typical. I realized afterwards, you know, but yeah, it was.
Do you
awesome.
want to not talk for an hour and a half and then talk about it a little bit after?
Literally, yeah. You want to just sit
like
next to each other and
awkwardly side eye.
Yeah.
Like, who is this man and why am I sitting next to him right now?
Yeah.
I don't even like Spider-Man. This sucks.
I didn't even watch the first one. I'm like, sure, we could watch this.
It's animated. I've been waiting an hour for Tobey Maguire. Yeah. But then I dropped her off at the end of the night and she's like, yeah, I'm going back to Montreal next week. I was like, wait. Going back to, what do you mean going back to Montreal? And then, yeah, she was there for the whole summer.
Nice.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
And now we live together.
Yes.
Long-winded way of me saying, we're talking about jobs. Today you said that you got work off because of the heat wave.
Yeah. So I do, you know those guys that jump out at you asking for money?
Oh, like on the street?
On the street.
Like the Cam H?
I should have prefaced by saying canvassing.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, we do. Are you one of those guys?
Yeah.
No, I do.
Thanks for stopping by. See ya.
You gotta go. I do basically do like face-to-face fundraising for nonprofits.
Okay.
And I've been doing it for like off and on for about like 10 years, but like in total, probably like 6 years or so. So those guys in the purple vest, the Cam H ones. So like at that point, you know, today would have been horrendous.
Yeah, it would have been awful.
Yeah, I would say that's where a lot of like, just like being able to come out of my shell came from, is just screaming at strangers. And it's definitely good for like thinking of ideas of like Seinfeld content, because people say the darndest things out there. So it's interesting.
Like the craziest excuses to like, what do they say?
Yeah. People will they'll walk by and they'll be like, I don't speak English. It's like, okay. They'll do that. Some of my favorites are the ones where they'll put their phone up as if they're on a phone call and like say nothing, and then they'll walk away. One time a lady had the camera app on. It's like, dude, I can see it. And I want to walk behind and be like, I know you're lying to me. And just like scared the shit out of her. But it's like, that's the idea. It's that like people will do anything to get out of it, which is fair. I do that. Like I walk past fundraisers. So I was like, not today.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's the gig.
So what's your approach to actually get people like, you know, to talk to you in that case? Like, I know a lot of them ask like questions. Like I walked by one time and she's like, can I guess your age? I was like, and I kept walking. I was like, sure. She's like, 22. I'm like, 26. But I kept walking. But that's how she was like slowly roping me in.
The age is pretty bananas. Yeah. Can I guess your ethnicity? It's
Yeah.
like, no, don't please. Yeah. That's happened, by the way. But
Really?
When they're starting out, because nowadays I do a lot of training, and the people will say some of the craziest shit. I'm like, don't ever say that again, by the way. They're like, I thought it was chill. It's like, you think that's chill? But yeah, it's my approach is, I don't like to come off like I'm harassing. I don't want anyone to have a bad experience at fundraisers, which a lot of people do, because we're not commission based, and the commission based guys are like, I gotta eat. So like they're gonna go and they'll be like, you know, like, you're 22 yet? Get out of here. Like that kind of thing. So with us, like, I just like to be like, let me guess your job, and I'll say something bananas. One time, what's the butthole doctor called? Proctologist? I think it's proctologist. Yeah. And I kept saying that, not knowing what a proctologist was. I was like, you're either a Pilates instructor or a proctologist. And they'd be like, and then eventually I was like, is that the butthole doctor? Like, yeah, it's the butthole. I was like, okay, I'll stop doing that.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Fingers just covered in, like, caked in shit. I'm sorry. That's like,
that was a good one.
It's a good way to like to stop them, or I'll just guess what they're listening to or whatever.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun gig. It's hard as hell, but it's it's very fulfilling. You work with some really good charities and
that's
stuff.
good. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think at the end of the day, that is what a lot of people who don't do that gig need to, understand. Of like, you don't be. I understand like getting frustrated or like, it's like, oh, these people in the street keep trying to stop me. It's like, well, they're raising money for kids who, have terminal illnesses. Like, give them a break. But I can understand how this would be a terrible day to be outside. Wasn't it like record breaking heat today?
40 degrees plus or something like that.
But I mean, if you were outside, a good tactic would be on the ground and crawl towards people. Like, can I guess if you have a water bottle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but I guess if you'll give me water right now.
Yeah.
You're just the last zombie in Call of Duty Zombies, just like, just like jumping out after them. Through fundraising, you find out that you can just go anywhere and use their washroom if you just say I'm working outside. It's a good way to do it. Wow. Some of them will be like, I don't want it. I'm like, come on. They're like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
And Starbucks, you'll be like, can I have a glass of water? It's just a little bit of water. They're like, my boss is watching. Please don't ask me to do that. It's like, all right. Jesus Christ. Some places are really weird about that stuff too. But you can get water and washrooms anywhere. Realistically.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. But I've worked at Starbucks. I've been on that side of it where it's like, you walk in, you're like, can I have a large glass of water? I'm like, no.
Yeah, there's
I
6
thought you
snipers
give
pointing at you.
them. You don't.
It depends. It depends if the boss is there watching, like over the shoulder. But if it's a chill day and like the shift lead is like just a dude in university who's high, you know what I mean? Yep, yo, give him a coffee. I don't care. You know what I mean?
So you mean in the sense that if you're not purchasing anything else, to come in and ask for a cup of water?
Essentially.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go, and then you have to, because I've done the song and dance of like, just it's my water bottle, just fill it up. She's like, I can't. You can see the red lights like start to go on their face. You're like, oh, you're about to get shot.
Yeah. Yeah, laser beam just right there.
Look at my forehead. But it's I get it. At one time, it was my birthday this past year, and every year I go to Starbucks to get the free Frappuccino, whatever the hell. Yeah. So I went there. And this lady who had to be in her like 40s or whatever, she was like, you don't have enough gold stars. You can't. Sorry, we can't. I was like, I do this every year, lady. Come on. And then she was like, sorry. And I was like, I'm getting a f***ing Starbucks. So I went and I found a different place. Again, university. I'm like, come on, get back. Come here. Yeah. Come to the back. Tell me what you want. So I did. It was so chill.
Come make your own. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's actually really complicated to make drinks at Starbucks, so I'll tell you that.
Oh, I believe it.
Bro, it's crazy.
They're beautiful.
And I'd have to be tested. I'm like, okay, well, a grande with half sweet, non-vanilla, no sugar caramel macchiato. How many shots of espresso if they want an extra espresso, and how many pumps of syrup? I'm like, it's 5:30 in the morning, boss.
Your boss is like, 26 and gluten-free. You're fired.
Exactly. Didn't that happen to you, though, Sham, with the going on your birthday, and they're like, get the f*** out of here?
They didn't let me.
Really?
Like, you don't use the app, you're not getting I'm like, I thought the point was you get it free for your birthday. Like, I don't come here on a regular basis. And they're like, no, get out of my store. So I was like, okay.
Release the hounds. It's just like Starbucks.
And it was like truly like the worst birthday ever. I was going to all the freebie places and everyone was like, no, you don't have the app.
That's what I do every birthday. You go to every single thing. Let me guess, you went to Denny's and they're like, not this location. You're like, are you kidding me?
It's Denny's, bro. It's like,
yeah. That's the worst.
It was so upsetting. And then I just like had to go home. And
Yeah.
take a second because
then you just bought stuff. You're like,
I actually paid with real life money.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst.
Brutal.
But Denny's does do the free birthday thing, actually.
But not here. I found out the hard way.
There's a Denny's here?
There's a Denny's downtown, Dundas Square. And they don't let you do it there. I was like, why would you do that?
There's a Denny's there?
Yeah. Near TMU.
Really? The one time I ever went to Denny's was in Connecticut. And it was 4:30 in the morning. Our friend had just graduated from prep school. He was like this like super skilled hockey player, Mike. You know Mike? Mm-hmm. He graduated from prep school, and we all went to visit. We were like 18 years old, so we're like, hotel? Nah, we'll sleep on the soccer field. So we slept, and
as you do,
right? And the whole group was leaving for a camping trip after. So like we had sleeping bags and we had all that stuff. Except for me, I was the one guy not going the camping trip. I didn't pack anything except for like a pair of shorts.
You just slept on turf.
No, grass, dude. It was a grass field, even worse. And it was like it was right near the woods. And we were like hearing noises at night, and my friends are like,
you're like, oh,
exactly. God. And my friends are all like, they're experienced in that world. So one of my buddies, Jack, was like, oh, it's a squirrel or whatever. And the next morning at 4:30, but on our way to Denny's, he's like, that was not a squirrel, bro. I don't know what that was, but that was like, I'm glad we're not still there because that was not a squirrel. So with that being said, we get to Denny's. It's Logan's birthday. Happy birthday to Logan. So he got a free meal.
Yeah.
But this Denny's, and I don't know what that Denny's looks like, but if it's in that area near the school, I can't imagine it looks good.
Yeah.
This Denny's, at the time we had went, the late night crowd had probably gotten out of there an hour earlier. So half the restaurant was like ready for breakfast, like tables were set. The other half was like
fireworks going up,
bro. Literally like fireworks. I saw there was like a dead baby raccoon there. Like tables were
the same squirrel from the night before.
Exactly, yeah. And whatever creature was also in the woods. And then we all went to the bathroom as a bunch of 18-year-old boys do at 4:30 in the morning.
Masturbate, of course.
Exactly, on the ceiling. And the sinks were full of puke.
Oh, gross,
The sinks
dude.
were just covered in puke, and all these guys were going to the bathroom, and it just, I was like, you know what? I think I can hold it till I get back to Montreal in 5 hours.
I was going to puke. I'm not going to puke anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Just swallow it.
You just hold
Yeah.
it in.
So, oh God, yeah, but I guess that's my Denny story. So I have not been back since. I don't know if that surprises you or not.
No, that's totally fair. Are you guys big into camping? Do you guys camp ever?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I camp.
You do?
Yeah, I haven't recently, but I grew up camping.
Are your friends asking you now? They're like, should we go camping this year? And you're like, honey, no, we can't.
I honestly feel like I would be down, but I know Sam wouldn't thrive.
It depends
in that
where.
setting.
It depends where. Like,
I kind of glamp though. Like, do you camp?
We went camping last year, and you always get the reminder. You're like, this isn't for me type deal. Because we used to do trailer camping back in the day. Like we had this like little pull out trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do that, and like you get a bed. It's indoors, right?
Yes.
So that's great. But last year, my friends and I from high school, we went to a little camp. We always like a yearly camping trip thing, and we went, and it was just like I don't know what like. There was anywhere on the ground we could have went. We wanted the boulder, just like a huge rock, just like igneous rock. We decided to sleep on, and the tent that was the shape of this thing for two of us, like two decently big guys. So then like he had to go diagonal, I had to go diagonal, and then it just slept and just had you wake up, you're like, oh, I'm 30, I can't actually do this. Yeah. So it's like,
oh my God,
it hurts so bad. And it's just a yearly reminder of like I hate this, but I do it every year. It's fun. But you think you're no camping?
Yeah, no, I definitely was growing up. I think my sister got more of the gene than I did because she still has kept that tradition up, and she does it with her friends at least once a year. I haven't gone since high school, so I think I like would prefer a hotel and a bathroom. And then, like at my core, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, it's been a while since like bears came out at you.
Yes, exactly.
That's fair.
I've been safe, but I'd be down. Like I'd be down just to see what it's like and remember those days. But no, you're right. It's definitely
even festivals. You guys ever go like festivals and do the camping thing there?
No, I've never done that.
I've gone to festivals, but none of the camping sort.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's horrific. If you like, camping is okay because you can prepare. Festivals, it's like you just bring a tent and you just have a really rough night.
I couldn't do that. I could do the camping that. I could do like the glamping, like on a campsite with a bunch of other people.
The trailers and things.
My group of friends, they're like, we're going to camp in this land that no man has ever been to up in Northwest Territories. I'm like,
there's
really?
different levels.
Watch out for the
it.
Wendigo. Do you guys know what a Wendigo is?
No, literally.
Evil spirit from the indigenous community? What is that?
Dude, they would wake up and be like, oh man, a grizzly ate all of our stuff. You know what I mean? And then they would just catch fish with like spears.
Or what is it called when you have the canoe? And like you're
when you have it on your head and you're walking all over the
portaging.
Yes.
Portaging.
Yeah.
They would do that. I'm like, you know what, guys? Like,
I think I'm good.
I'm gonna stay home actually.
Yeah, there's videos of them petting moose. It's like shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, one of them like lost a foot. Best weekend of my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, those guys are crazy. They're also the kind of guys who go hunting in the winter. You know what I mean?
Oh, those.
So I like. That's their lifestyle. Like they're making spaghetti with like deer meat that they're bringing to the Christmas party, which is always really, tastes like really lean ground beef. If you have not tried deer getty,
it's really good.
I would try deer getty
and deer chili.
Right, Jules, I'm gonna need some deer getty soon. Okay, tell Peter. And moose getty, right?
Or moose getty, or what was it? The chili. Did someone make chili?
It was either deer or moose chili.
It was good.
Deer or moose chili. I don't think I've ever had. The people always say it's gamey. I to this day don't know what gamey means because I feel like everyone says it about anything that isn't chicken or beef or pork.
Yeah, it's game.
It's gamey.
Gamey is like.
It's like hard.
Not hard. How do I explain it? I think it's like the actual flavor coming through is like. You can, when we make meat, like here, for example, and we're like seasoning it and all that, like sometimes you can't cover that flavor that comes from actual
wild animals.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
And so there's like this extra layer to it that we don't get in the, farm processed lean ground beef that we're eating.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they mean when they say it's very gamey.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Should we ask the robot for a
Yeah.
Alexa, what does the term gamey mean when it comes to meat?
The term gamey describes meat with strong, distinctive flavors different from typical store-bought meats. It's used for wild game animals like deer or pheasant, but also applies to some farm meats like lamb or older goats.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you. Sometimes she's like, "You're welcome." Yeah, okay. Oh, but then she
Alexa, we talked about this.
Yeah, it's like just one thank you is enough.
You should feel happy. She's usually super curt with us and sometimes a bit rude.
Yeah, it's true.
So-
She knows there's like a polite guest in the house right now.
Yeah, she was very helpful just now.
Yeah.
We will ask her, like, play Baby by Justin Bieber.
She's like, again?
No, I know, literally. And she will play, like, a Chinese song. Like, she's like fucking with us on purpose, I think. So
awesome.
I'm actually proud of her right now.
Yeah, she did good. She's made a few appearances on some episodes, and we could make a highlight pack of her. And we get it.
Alexa killing it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Be careful
Alexa
if you say her name, she'll be like, yes. So that's why we
just a red light on my forehead. Oh, whoa.
The Starbucks box is back. Oh man, yeah, no, she's fine sometimes though, but that's why we have to call her the robot. Like we can't say her name because then she'll turn on.
It's like a dog when you say walk. It's like freak out.
They stand up on 2 feet. Yes, we're going. No, literally, yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Would you guys ever a dog or a cat? Are you guys into pets at all?
Ooh, if only you knew, my friend.
Yeah.
I want a cat so bad.
Another polarizing question.
Oh yeah, this is a hot topic on Birdcore.
Yeah. What's the deal with cats?
Wow, that's good. Wonderful. What's the deal with cats? Is that
Not
good?
bad. That's pretty good.
Really? Yeah. What's the deal with cats?
What's the deal with cats?
It seems like I can only say one thing. Sam wants a cat, but Shan doesn't want one. I think this is me projecting now.
The funny thing about me coming to do your podcast today is because every person I'd said that I was coming to do your podcast was like, that's not a real person, man. I was like, it is, I promise. It'd be like, Sam Bird. Yeah, who? Yeah, I'm going to do a podcast with Matt Dog. You know what I mean? Like they would say, like, not even kidding. Multiple people said that to me.
Really?
Like, all right. It's a real name.
Bro, I had someone ask me today if it's a stage. Like this girl at work I've known for 2 months. She's like, wait, it's not a stage name?
I'm like, stage name?
No, I'm like, I mean, I guess because my full-time job, like I'm technically like a media personality at work.
Yeah.
But so I could have a stage name. You know, like
I'm
trying to think of who has stage name. Like I'm completely blanking. Who is it? Like is
Bad
Michael
Bunny?
Lady Gaga?
Bad Bunny? Yeah, Michael Bublé, or is that his real name?
That's his real name.
Okay, well my suggestion was bad, but yeah, okay.
Bjork.
Yeah.
Okay, so good to know that no one knows who I am. First of all, second of all, they don't believe I exist. Okay, cool. Yeah, but
Birdcore is not real.
Yeah.
Alex. It's not real at all.
Alex, we're checking you into Cam H. Or does that hit too close to home? Yeah.
The thing about fundraising of those guys, like Queen Street West, it's tough because obviously people have had negative experiences with them. But like, you know, like it's hard when you have like a day one trainee and like they're like excited, they're bright eyed and they're bushy tailed, and you're like, get out there and get a donation and have fun and meet people. And the first person they talk to is like, yeah, like just like loses their marbles at this poor like 18, 19-year-old.
Oh God.
One time I was with like a day 2 to 3, and like I say do because we usually have like a 5-day training for all these guys because people come in and they expect to like meet people and have fun, and they get rejected and they're like, this is the worst day of my life. Yeah. So we have these trainees, and like this lady, I was fundraising with her, and this lady, you know, when you're on like the last straw, like this is it, right? One more thing, and I swear to God.
Yeah.
And this lady comes, and you know on the streetcar, like they go, and it like you click the button because you think the button's gonna save you. The button's not gonna save you, right? Yeah. That guy's made his mind up. He's gone. So this lady gets there. She's holding her like cart of like groceries. It looks like she's like running, and this young lady, and she like clicks the button. It goes, and she just takes her cart and just smashes it on the ground in front of me and this trainee, just cart shrapnel hitting us. And then she like again clearly is like just sitting on the ground, just so fucking angry. And I was like, we should go. So I come back, I was like, you okay? She's like, fine. You knew that was the straw that broke the camel's back at that point. But the idea of just taking her car and just destroying it in the middle of Queen Street West was nuts.
It'd be funny if the trainee was like, Miss, can I guess your job?
Can I guess your ethnicity?
Oh man, but it's funny you mentioned some people do that job. Like yours isn't commission based, but some people need to eat, man. Like some people do it for commission.
Yeah.
I was once signed up to. I was like sending $10 to an impoverished country for a few months because someone who really needed to make that sale. He got me. He got me. I was walking past like Yonge and St. Clair, and he was like, "Hey, doing this thing." I was like, "Oh, I'm good, man. I'm going to work." He's like, "I'll walk with you." I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm giving this guy money."
All right.
What am I gonna do? Like, no, man, fuck off. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then he did his whole like.
You're too kind. That's crazy.
But how do I don't know how to get out of.
No, man. Yeah. I don't know you.
Yeah. And so, dude, 2 blocks down, I was like, yeah, here's my banking information, man.
That's awesome.
They called me a few weeks ago. They were like, we noticed you stopped giving donations. Just wanted to know if you maybe want to start up at $2 a month. I was like, no, I'm good. Thanks so much. Like,
Your coworker stalked me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want to do that again.
Yeah, I moved because of your coworker. But I always ended off by saying like, but good luck, or like, thanks so much. Have a great day. Because they're so used to like a lot of like no's.
Yeah. No,
like,
you're doing the kind thing. It's the people who like just blatantly ignore us. That can hurt a little bit. But again, it's I don't know what people are going through. I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's move on to the next person.
Yeah. There was one guy. I was like, dude, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I love what you're doing. He's like, you too. I'm like, you don't know me, but thanks. Yeah.
I'm such a YouTuber these days. I can't stop YouTubing.
Really?
I can't. It's like
the YouTube movement.
The YouTube,
right?
yeah, the YouTube movement. It's like someone's like, enjoy your meal, and I'm like, you too, and I'm like, just like, I mean, like, I can't believe I said that.
I wonder if you can embrace it though,
like being like, you're not having a meal, idiot.
Exactly,
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, you too. Eventually, whenever you eat, so you know what I mean. Like,
you just lean into it. Are you going to eat soon?
Yeah.
You
too. Take a seat. Is what I.
When's your lunch? Do you want my food?
Yeah. It's 5 p.m. Yeah. I thought the YouTube movement was when they put their album on everyone's phone.
On everyone's phone,
right?
Everyone's phone.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they did.
I remember
that
I
was
was
iconic.
It was I was at the cash at a store. I was like 10. I was like, who's Utu? You know what I mean?
Your dad was like,
yeah, my dad, who was the morning man for a rock station, was like, you piece of shit. You know who
you too, idiot.
Sunday.
That's so funny.
Sunday. Yeah.
Utu is so good.
Who's Utu? They found aliens? Oh my gosh.
Utu go home. Yeah.
Utu phone home. Oi. I noticed we'd spoken a bit about you were a big movie guy.
Yeah.
You said, when I was kind of talking about what can we prep, what can we, talk about this and that. You're like, oh, shoot the shit. Talk about content, talk about movies. I know that you did Real Talk.
That guy's great, man. I love those guys. They're awesome.
Yeah, I ran into Arian the other day, and he was wearing his like hosting outfit. I'm like, oh, you're about to record right now. Also, we're like right outside of like TIFF. I was like, well, at this point, I feel like I might be in the frame where like it's
yeah.
So you went 4 for 5 on that.
Okay, so those guys are very good at their jobs. They made me look way smarter than I was.
Really?
I was sitting there for like they had to like really spoon feed me the stuff, and it looks a lot better than it was. I know. Like when they did the thing of like, tell us the movies that you want or like that you're a big fan of. I was like, I like all our Disney and Pixar, that kind of stuff. So I said my favorites, and I knew obviously the easy ones. They got me with like Treasure Planet, which I haven't seen since like 2003, and then like Bolt, which who's seen Bolt recently? Come on, right?
Yeah.
So that's a tough one, but that was they made it so. Treasure Planet took me so long. They were like, come on, Treasure. It's like Planet. Yeah. So they really made it easier for me.
So how long does that recording take? Like when you guys are out there, how long are you standing out there to make a 80-second
half hour?
Really?
Yeah, it's like because we're obviously doing a lot of banter. They clip it into something really small.
Yeah.
I thought, didn't I see you do it?
No, I didn't do it. No.
Yeah, you should do it. It's fun.
Yeah, I think they asked me to do it, but I think there's like certain implications with like it gets complicated because of like my contract at work and stuff like that. Yeah, it gets there's a certain line I have to walk, and I think like it can get tricky.
Yeah.
Also, if I went on that, dude, I would probably go 1 for 5.
1 for 5.
I would tell
people
them,
think that, and then you do. You're like, oh, I know this movie. Of course.
Really? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, if they gave me,
they go into your letterbox, right? They go in there and they find the movies that you're
God,
like,
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. Like, okay, so if they gave me a line from The Other Guys, 21 Jump Street, Interstellar, Annihilation, and Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'd go 5 for 5.
Oh, dude. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I haven't cried that hard for a movie in my entire life.
Yeah.
I was, when you're like, when you ugly cry and you go to the washroom and you're like, this is what I look like, right? Like you do that shit. I was like bellowing. It was nuts.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It was just at the end, I was like, oh my God.
There's a guy in the back row right now.
I was at home, probably second floor. Like, what is going on up there? Yeah, it was such a beautiful movie. I loved that movie. I'm a big movie crier for sure.
Yeah.
Love crying in movies.
We actually have the I don't know if you can see them, but we put googly eyes on little rocks in the
nice.
Can
Yeah.
you see them? I'll get them after. But yeah, sometimes we put them up here as props, but we had like the rocks with the googly eyes like they did in the movie. Yeah. Such an interesting movie, like such a
great, so silly, so fun and silly.
And it just goes to show it's like, wow, it doesn't have to be, there's not such a deep-rooted system to making a movie. Like, just find a niche perspective, something that's like interesting enough that an audience can actually sit back and be like, whoa, that was a really cool experience I just had. Like, I like that movie. Like, yeah, so I think that was the first movie that I saw, or at least most recently, I guess what means within the last like 5 years, where I was like, wow, it doesn't have to be like a strict like act 1, act 2, act 3 storyline. It's
I think people now are leaning more towards like let's like rip apart what the normal shit. Like even Obsession's not like a wildly new idea. Like the monkey paw thing has been around for like ages, but the idea of like the stuff he does in it is never like, I've never seen someone do the backwards shot like they did in that. That fucking scared me. And the makeup they did when she's in the like in the corner, that was like, her acting was incredible. But it's like there's so many like things in that movie that make it unique, and I think that's like what made it so. Like Backrooms is another idea. It's that like some kid just took a graphic image file and just like made it into a fucking huge blockbuster movie now.
Yeah.
It's just, I think they're taking chances now, which is nice.
Definitely. Yeah, but yeah, Obsession scared the shit out of me. I was like, we came home and we're in bed, and I was like I was scared. Like I would look in the closet, and be like, oh, that there's a person in there.
She's asleep right now. Like,
bro, that part. Oh, sorry, spoilers ahead, bro. But when she was like, "Bear, kill me." Bro,
I had the popcorn in front of like I don't usually do this, but I definitely do this where like you put something there, you're like, what I mean, something to like cover the audience or the movie, and I had the popcorn there because I knew she was gonna fucking go nuts. Yeah, so I was just like, I was prepared.
I do one of these. I'm like, I'll like look through like my two top things. I'm like, okay, I could see the top corner of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's him, so I can be like, oh wait, there she is. Okay, hold on. You know what I mean?
That's a funny idea. Like, how do you look sick, but also like really want to protect your?
Got to be
yourself,
dude. Like a nonchalant guy raising his hand in class. That's me in the movie theater. But like, I'm not even that really scared, really. Oh, it's a daytime scene. All right, we good.
What's the time? What's the time right now?
Yeah. Sir, turn your Apple Watch off.
Turn your Apple Watch off now. That's so funny. Nonchalant ways to like protect yourself when you're scared. I used to, the way I got into horror movies, no joke. You remember when YouTube had part by part movies? It's kind of like TikTok would have like part 1 through 37 of The Exorcist. So I did that with YouTube, and I watched the whole thing on that little YouTube screen, just reading comments and paying attention. I was like, all right, I've watched The Exorcist. I can watch anything now because it's probably the scariest movie of all time. To my parents, right, who were born in this like 1970. Of course, it's the scariest movie.
That's so funny. Sorry, go on.
But so we go, and then I was like, my dad said, "You want to watch The Ring?" And I was like, "Well, I watched The Exorcist, so yeah, of course." That movie fucked me up like big time as a kid. I was like maybe like 11, and I watched it. And I was like, "This is the scariest thing I've ever watched in my life."
Probably couldn't watch TV anymore. Because like, oh, good, a dead girl's gonna come out of it now.
Legit, it was horrendous, and it's just like an insane jump to go from that. It's like climbing a mountain in Vancouver to like Mount Everest. It's like bananas levels.
Really? Yeah. It's funny that I didn't mean to partly interrupt you before, but it's funny that you said that about your parents born in, my mom was born in 1970. She said that The Exorcist to this day is the scariest movie that she's ever seen in her life.
Yeah.
My mom too.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's the time because it came out, I think around 70 something.
Yeah.
So like they were probably like, children, and then they watch that, they're like, it's like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
Me. Yeah. My mom said that, she probably saw it when she was like, I don't know, 9 or 10. She said, which is a really young age now that I think of it, to watch a horror movie. But she said that she had to sleep she could not sleep fully in the dark until I was born, which is when she was 28. So that's
so
how
funny.
much that, yeah.
That's bad.
With the whole obsession thing, I got over it after 2 days. I'm like, oh, okay, it's good. It's a movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, because we're raised on like Reddit with like just watching death every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
yeah, just watching the war. It's like we're like, oh, I've seen heads get cut off. So it's like they're used to that. But like, there was a time I took film in school, and like when it was like I minored in film school, and when I did that, we took a course, and they talked about how like the first like horror movie in essence was like a movie. It was like the first film. It was a train coming towards a screen, and everyone in the theater was like, "Oh my!" Like losing their marbles at this. It's like the scariest thing ever because it's literally just a train coming at the screen. They're like, like heavens, just fucking going bananas over it. And like now, of course, like the idea of like watching even like Friday the 13th, which is like it's like watching it now. It seems like a little, the effects are really silly.
Yeah.
But like then it's like. Like this is real,
Yeah.
Halloween, like, oh my, that's scary now. So it's like, imagine back then when it's like the first thing ever.
Yeah, it's true. And also like with movies, it's like the jump scares and the soundtrack is also such a factor. Like you mentioned Halloween, I think of like the yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah, that's like. Can you imagine like a horror movie, but it had like a Looney Tunes like soundtrack to it? You know what I mean? Like it's like you're used to seeing Tom and Jerry when you hear this sound, but it's like someone getting stabbed in the heart. Yeah, but no, but I wanted to kind of like segue that into a bit about how music is such an impact on movies and TV and whatnot. And I know that you do a lot of like scoring as well.
Yeah,
it's not like you just like, I know you do also make songs and whatnot, but when I was looking through your music on YouTube, I noticed that you had scored a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that must be a lot of cool as well, because you're kind of deciding the like tension in the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
Like sure, it's made, it's already, it's edited and whatnot, but you get to pick and choose where like you can heighten and whatnot. Like what is that process like when you're scoring for something that is like visually already created?
Yeah. It's funny. I thought about this today. One of my first ever scoring gigs was an opportunity I had with, it was like they had found me through something, I think through school, and they were like, they were making the film, a documentary, and they were working with this like music supervisor who would work with my music. So I was kind of working with him to an extent. But basically the process I do is like, I just think of like how I would enjoy a movie or what I would think would be like the high points, the low points, and then like score it that way. Like I feel like anyone who knows music to an extent, especially if you know how to write music, you'd be like, well, this would be funny here. I would do this. It's like writing sketch comedy. It's like you're like, what would surprise the audience here? Like what are people used to hearing that could be funny here? So in the same way, like this would sound great here. Let's try this chord, all this stuff. So it's funny because I think that like all art to an extent, or anything I do, is an exercise in empathy and like what I would think a person would feel in this moment. And there's a guy, like the guy that was essentially my music producer or supervisor was like just a dude, like is like a student in like a film, like in film school. And he Frankensteined my score. And I didn't find this out until the screening. I was with my ex at the time and we're watching this and I was like, oh my days. He like took my score and like just cut it up and he's like, this could go here.
No way.
Here. And he put it wherever the fuck he wanted. And I was just sitting there like, babe, this is not the score I wrote. This is insane that he would do this. And like and then it just became this whole thing. So it's like, I remember like thinking like, I was so mad. And I was like, I'm so sorry about that. They're like, no, it was great. We loved it. I was like, okay, well, I hated it. But with the idea of like scoring, it's just like, I feel like that guy, for instance, like just in his mind, he was like, well, I think this would work here. And it's an interesting perspective because like when you watch any movie or like you watch any score, even people are like, I don't like it, right? Or like they'll watch Obsession, they're like, that's stupid, and it's like everyone else is like, no, that's fucking incredible, right? But it's people just have their own ways of like digesting stuff, and that's just I try to go for what I think everybody would like, So
okay, sweet.
That's a long-winded way of saying like I love score music, but yeah, that's the music and comedy. I think in those two ways are kind of linked, where you're just kind of empathizing. You're like, what would work here that like I would like, essentially.
And then
or I would find funny.
So it kind of is like subjective in a way, but it's like half subjective, half objective, because like what you would like and what you would find funny, but that in turn like also becomes what everyone can be like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's like subjectively turned into an objective truth. But
essentially, yeah.
I've never gotten this
beautiful,
deep on the point, right? Subjectively turned into an objective truth.
Subjectively turned into objective truth. It's a lyric.
This is one of the times where it might be like every episode I'm like, that could be the title of the episode.
Yeah. Am I Rupi Kaur? Yeah. Should I do this on a poem or something? That's so fun. But yeah, I would say that like they're very correlated. I'm working on like an EP right now with I've never done this before, but I'm working with one of my good friends who's a producer, this guy named Darren Brandt, and he music by Tommy. He's great. And he basically like he takes like the way that I write music, and he like reins it in, because I write like a psycho. Like I'm fucking like, what do we do? What is this? And he's like, okay, relax. Like take this, and then we'll do this. And it's like, that is the subjective portion of it, where I'm just like, what if we did all this shit? And it's just like, well, there's a lot of spaghetti in the wall right now, man. Let's like make a pasta first and do that. Oh. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to like be like, you know, objective with it, but it's like, I think it's important to like, even when I'm writing for The Office, like sometimes people will be like, well, Michael wouldn't do this, you should do this. And it's like, oh, it makes more sense. Like I'm going to let you kind of take the reins on that in that sense.
It also, I think, is easier to be collaborative in that sense too.
As opposed to like, you have to.
No, he would do this actually.
Yeah.
Get out. You know what I mean?
Have you ever worked with personalities like that in this line of business?
I've been lucky.
I feel like you have, for sure.
I think I've been fortunate enough to kind of only consistently do gigs where I'm working with collaborative people. I feel like there have been situations where I've worked with people who are like, well, no, it's my way or the highway. And then I learned my lesson. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I don't have to work with them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and I know I have other creative friends who, you know, are much more collaborative. Like Kirby is great about, like, he writes it and he directs it, but so after we get his takes and the way that he wants it, he's like, okay, now like do what you guys think is good, like improv and whatnot. And then sometimes those improvised takes, you know, like, as you know, sometimes they'll make the final cut. Like that's how that goes sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like maybe back in school I worked with people who were a bit more like, no, it's going to be like this.
Yeah. Because you have to, in a way. You're like,
yeah.
I feel like as an adult, we don't have to hang out with people we don't want to.
Yeah.
And we kind of, I feel like people would just attract like the same kind of personalities anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like it's in studios where you have to work with certain actors and you're like, oh, this guy again. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. Yeah, which is nice, because I've also felt the same way. Like, I haven't really worked with that many personalities, which is great. I feel like I'm attracting the right kind of people.
I'd say, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I was it's like, sometimes even like professors a little bit would, and I guess this kind of goes back to the whole conversation about like movies as well, about, you know, Everything Everywhere, how it was like, just let's break all the rules, kind of. So there were some projects in school where I was like, well, I did sport media. So it was a little bit traditional in the sense of, it's like, well, you know, you talk about the sports highlights and then talk about this player and talk about that player. And we're going to do a project on, like, you guys are going to live produce a game. And I was like, I don't want to do all that stuff. Like, we did one project that was all about the importance of equipment managers in sports. Like, you know, it makes no sense. Like, who would, but I was like, I just kind of want to do something, like, I want to break the rules a little bit and I want to just be silly with it and make it more like SNL style kind of thing. So
you kind of found your way through that in that sense.
Yeah, a little bit. And then I kind of learned that some sport media, like, personalities, and, you know, I'm not bashing anyone in particular, but some of them were like, well, that's not really how it's going to work, I think. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going to, you know, be a live sports announcer to, you know, I carved my own path a little bit, but it was through knowing that I had wanted to do projects that were like much more true to me. And now I'm at a place where I'm able to do that stuff. So
that's awesome. That's the best way to find that path is just through. I think that's the best part about school, is finding out what you don't want to do. Because I feel like most people go into it and they're like, I guess I got to be a fucking accountant now. And it's just like, and it's like, you know, obviously like each to their own. People fucking love their jobs, but some people find that they're like, oh, I really hate numbers more than I thought. And then they find a way out of that, and they find into like for instance in music, like I found the opposite. I grew up like writing video game music. Like I grew up with like the N64, and I love writing music like that. And like I'm Nicaraguan, so there's a bunch of just random Nicaraguan influences. So I would write music, and then my profs would be like, this is like so cliche, dude. Like this is way too, you know, it's too like, you know, romantic and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I like that shit. Like I'm not writing it for you, I'm writing it for me. But it's like in school, they teach you to like break certain boundaries and do this. So it taught me a lot, but it also taught me that I don't want to be a contemporary classical composer. Like I just want to be like my own composer and like write my own music. And it's how like I've done it. Like I've written for orchestras and stuff, which is great. But through my own opportunities, which I think, again, you have to go through school to like find that out. Otherwise you're just like, do I want to do this?
Yeah. That's true. Actually, you know what? This is a beautiful segue, I think, to our topic that I told you about earlier today, our core of the week. Like, so I hope you've had enough time to think about what yours might be, and Sham, I hope you have as well. It's always kind of we always know it's coming, but we're always like, oh shit, what is it? Yeah. But I think everything that we're talking about now kind of makes me like think of mine, which is just like it kind of just about like being true to you creatively. I think I would say that's my core of the week. Like the last week I've been thinking a lot about where I want to take my creative endeavors, and you know, I've thought a bit about wanting to do more YouTube as well, like YouTube long form. Yeah. I consume so much YouTube long form. Like
I love that.
That's great. It's really nice, man. Actually, and I hesitate to say like motivational stuff, but it's a lot of like just cool creators just talking about, you know, like not the grind set, the grind culture, but just like I don't know, like, do you know what I'm trying to say, Sham? Like, I feel like you, like, for example,
like TED Talky stuff.
Kind of TED Talky, you know, like I turn 27 in a week from today.
Oh, happy almost birthday, Sham.
Thank you, man. So one thing that I want to do is I want to make a YouTube video where I talk about like 27 things that I've learned by 27. And just like that kind of content, you know what I mean? Where I'm kind of doing it already with the podcast, because I do end up getting into deeper kind of like topics or conversations like this kind of, you know, thing we're doing right now, where it's a bit more like not comedy and not goofy, but like I'm actually trying to be serious and like sincere, I guess is the way I'm trying to say it. It's funny I say sincere because I don't know if you keep up with Love Island, but there's a dude named Sincere who is not sincere. So it's funny that I say that.
The irony.
Right. So I guess my core of the week and all that to say is just like authenticity when it comes to creativity. And I want to practice like really being me when it comes to my creative stuff and being vulnerable. And I mean, I do that, but I just want to keep doing that, I think. So
yeah. And also like find ways to like, there's ways to like, I think, do that where it comes off super authentic versus creators who do it in a way that like they're trying too hard, and it's just like they in a way they kind of alienate their audiences, because it's like this doesn't even feel true to you. And I've seen your content. I feel like you do that in a way that's like, it's like starting to kind of, again, like even with the pod stuff, it's like you can kind of smell that. You know what I mean? I feel like the audiences are very good at smelling bullshit. Really good at it, because every day is this. So it's like I know what's real, what's not. Yeah. So it's nice when you meet people who are actually authentic, doing authentic content. You know, I guess like, I mean, my core of the week was just going to be like a debate, but like a silly debate. But I could do something that's more, you know.
You can do both.
I could do both. Yeah.
You can do your silly debate.
Do you have a core of the week?
My core of the week is probably friendship core, because I had a really good day today with my friends, and I just feel really grateful to have a group of people in the city that I can spend time with. And, you know, like I said, my friend just had a baby, and it's so special. I think this is my first friend that I'm this close with to have a baby.
It's so special, isn't it?
It's so special. And like, I can't believe that, you know, I'm going to see all the milestones and watch him grow up. So it just kind of put things into perspective for me of how nice it is to have that core group. And like one day in the future when I have a baby, I know I can rely on them. So that's what's been on my mind today.
I love that.
And this week.
I love that. Yeah. That's great. You also find out, especially as a guy, you find out how bad you are at holding babies when your friends have babies. You're like, is it like this, right? They're like, stop, give it back.
Baby's like, F it, I'll walk.
The baby's like, yeah, just like. I on the note of friendship, I think that like I've always had the idea that friendship is like a garden where like you have certain sprouts that you water a bunch and then they die, and it's just like, but even then they don't really die. They they stay there. You know what I mean? So it's like it stays in your heart forever. There's other people that you like don't need to water at all because it's just like they've already been so enriched by the nutrients of like everything you've done for them, and like, you know, just like, again, you are who your actions are essentially. So like if I've known someone for a day and I screw them over, they don't need to trust me. If I know it's for a year and I screw them over, it's like there's enough foundation. But if I've known for like 8 to 10 years, you trust me. It's not going anywhere. I don't have to text you for ages and you're like, oh, that's still my best friend. You know what I mean? So that's like that. I think that like these days I do love investing in new friendships and like, you know, planting them and watering them. And by watering them, I mean like to just spending time. I find that like it's important, like no matter how busy you get, to like really put the effort for the newer friends and like a good amount of effort for the ones that you've known for a solid time, but like always just know and like put the effort whenever possible to those that have like, you know, that are massive plants now. You know what I mean? It's like you still got to put the effort in. It's a full-time job. It really is. And it's like, as an adult, you don't have school, you don't get to see them every day. So it's like, it's really easy to lose touch with people that like meant a lot to you and have done a lot for you. But that's a sign of a true friend. Just keep watering, you know?
That's such a cool way to look at it.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like I'm picturing like my best friends like Logan and Brandon and like, you know, Jack and Jules and all of them like
just
back
trees.
home.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Logan would be the tallest tree.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. And then Brandon would be like a pine tree. Jules would be
Christmas
Palm
tree.
yeah. Cause Jack would be like, Jack would be like a little Bondi tree. Or what's it called? Bonsai tree? Bondi is a hoka model. Yeah, Jack would be a bonsai tree or whatever trees they have in New Zealand. But that, you know, I'm getting sidetracked, but that is awesome. That is a really cool way to look at that. And that's so true. That's so true too. Like 8 to 10 years, like you trust me kind of thing. One day, you know what I mean? I
don't need to text. You're like, why don't you text me every day? It's like, we don't need to do that. Come on, we're boys. You know this. Yeah. And again, it's an unspoken thing. I feel like friends that are very like, you know, like why don't you like me? It's like you need to trust me. You know what I mean? Like you have to trust that I'm going to be there no matter what. Because you know life's busy, life's tough. It's hard to make time for everybody.
So is that also your core of the week then? Friendship core?
I would say I had another core. I was curious what you guys thought about sitting in the shower.
Oh,
so okay. I'm a big shower sitter, big time. Right? You sit down and I won't call it meditate because there's no meditating at all. But I do think a lot as I sit in the shower. Now I have friends who are like, that's disgusting. You know, you're going to get a bunch of gross stuff on you. And it's just like, well, you know, it's just my way of just like, just thinking. Mm-hmm. That's what I do when I in the shower. Because standing, it's a lot of work. You're like on your feet the whole time. And I come into like water, even the water's like, sit down, you little shit.
Yeah, true. The water pressure could be too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's because the pressure's too hard on me. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Sham. What do you think?
So you have a seat or just
Good
literally
question.
the shower floor?
The floor.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a split dilemma on my Instagram because I do put it out to people and I'm like, what do y'all think? And you're like, people are like, what is wrong with you? And people are like, this is great. I do it too.
Is it glass shower though, or is it tub?
So I sit in them all, but
So it doesn't matter. You don't discriminate.
The tub is nice because you got the rest.
Yeah.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's
But you're not having a bath. You just have the shower head going and you're
just
sitting.
the shower head going, and I aim it towards my head. It's weird if you just have it towards your legs.
Right. Okay.
But if it's in your head, you just like,
yeah. Honestly, I've never tried it. So
interesting.
I've never tried it.
Huh.
So that could be something I haven't tapped into.
Like, why is Sham taking so fucking long to shower?
Been there for 2 hours.
That's my problem too. My old roommates have always hated it. I take half-hour showers.
Really?
I do.
Yeah, the water bill's $500 for this week.
Yeah, you text me like, dude, she won't stop sitting in the shower.
Well, sitting in the tub shower, I've done that.
Yeah.
But I haven't been like, well,
during a shower or the bath?
During a bath, and then I empty it out, and I'm still sitting, but I've started the shower head. So it's never like I step in the tub, sit down, start the shower. I step in the tub, like, you know, the floor has to be moisturized already, I guess, before I go, you know, like, you know, ass down to ceramic. Yeah. But I could do that because my legs are like straightened out, but I don't think I could do it with the glass shower because I'd have to cross my legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's something about crossing my legs in the shower.
This is weird.
Crossing my legs in the shower, that might be the title of this episode, by the way. Crossing my legs in the shower is not necessarily something that I would ever like picture together, crossing legs and showering.
Yeah, you think you're about to ask a question or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're like,
yeah.
It's like the polite way. We always had the teachers who's like, I'm not picking you guys until you sit proper now. And I'd be sitting there like... We're like, Alex looks great. Yeah. I'm going to pick Alex. I'm like, but can I go to the restroom?
Alex, come on. You know?
Yeah, they get mad. You get out of here.
Dude, and it's a nonchalant kid.
Yo, can I go to the washroom?
Hey, kid, the teacher's like, yeah.
What the fuck, Sam?
No, it's like 21 Jump Street. It's like 21 Jump Street. It's like 21 Jump Street. Let me check out your test, dude. Check out your quiz. Wow. Did you watch 21 Jump Street? Do you know what I'm referring to?
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, can I go take a dump? That's what Channing did. See, bro, if real talk is like, if I hear that, let me check out your chest. Oh, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
I
think you would kill it. You would kill it for sure.
Really?
People think they would do bad, but...
Well...
And if you do, it's hilarious. It's like, oh, wow, this guy failed.
Let me look at my work contract and see if I can get in there. Let me renegotiate a little bit and see. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Not get Sham, you got to get on that.
You should, Sham.
I don't know.
We can set that up.
Your movie knowledge gets to put to the test.
Let's see.
We can set that up.
I'll get all nervous and awkward.
No, you'll be great. The other day, Sham was walking down the street, and this like New York City YouTuber who asks people in the street like what their outfit is, and has like over 100,000 subscribers. Like he's legitimate. That's all of his videos are, and Sham got stopped by him in the street.
No way!
Huge. Very cute outfit.
Yeah, I actually always wanted that to happen to me. So
That's
I'm so
very
happy.
cool.
Yeah.
Were you like, ah?
Yeah, I was like so excited. I'm like, me?
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're looking at the camera like, where's the camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
I
he
locked
wearing?
in.
Was he wearing meta glasses?
No, he had a little like those, the ones that you can hold.
Oh,
yeah. Nice.
The angle was giving meta glasses.
Really? He was tall.
Oh,
so maybe
okay.
it was kind of like,
just looking.
Okay, yeah.
Do you guys? I put this out to people the other day. Do you guys, when you see someone famous, you always say you're a fan of their work, even though you might not be?
I actually saw your story about that.
I do that a lot.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I did. Wait, now I'm like, do I say who it is? Like, okay, I'm a fan of this guy's. He was big on Vine.
Yeah.
And then he got a TV show, which I haven't really watched all that much.
Just Rain?
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Just Rain, so he's great.
How did you guess that so quick?
Because I know he's from. I see him all the time in Toronto. Same. Oh, big fan of your work. Like,
and you've done that?
And I've never seen the show either. So it's like he doesn't know the work I'm talking about is his past work.
Right. Yeah. Big fan of that.
Not
one
the
Vine.
show.
Yeah. 2015, you made a Vine. It was great. Yeah.
I used to
with
watch
Waleed.
his YouTube videos.
His YouTubes are hilarious back in the day.
Him and I Superwoman I. Does anyone know Lily Singh?
I know the name.
Yeah. Was she also a Viner?
Deep cut. I think so. Yeah. They're from the same era, like Brampton back then.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know her as Superwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing.
I'll pull the picture.
Yeah.
Hey, can we pull that up, please, Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it happened to me. It was a few months ago. I saw him on Danforth, and I was like, "Hey, man, big fan." Shook his hand. I was like, "Nice to meet you." He walked away.
Yeah.
That's how I like to approach.
Like,
seeing
I don't even know who that guy is.
Right? Yeah. He's just like, "What? I just work at the store here." Yeah.
You do it to the wrong guy.
Right. And Lily.
I actually don't know that person.
Turn up my.
Yeah, turn them right. No,
What?
I don't think I know.
Are you serious, you guys?
I'm really sorry about that.
Suck.
I'm really sorry
No,
about
it's
that.
okay,
Actually,
but I just thought you would.
Lily Singh?
Lily Singh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look her up. Maybe I've seen, if she was like in the Vine era, I probably saw her.
yeah,
I was a big Vine guy growing up.
yeah. Oh, same, dude. Vine was huge. I made a few Vines way back when. I think that's
Yeah?
Looking back, I'm like, well, yeah. Of course, I've always wanted to be into content. I was making Vines.
Yeah, that's
My friends would like quote them at school.
No
And I was
way.
like, oh, that's pretty cool.
nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I can't. No.
Wow.
Now
Not
I
ringing
no,
a
I always
bell.
sort of see it. I think
Yeah?
Kinda.
it's ringing bells. For
Yeah.
sure.
See, for me, that took away some bells.
Oh, okay.
I don't really
That
know.
changed
I had
everything?
bells, now they're gone.
Yeah, exactly. Now I hear. Now it's like, Christmas decorations are down. I got nothing.
That's okay. It's okay. It was a deep cut.
So, is your core of the week then the shower debate?
Shower debate /
Friendship
garden.
Damn, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
The range.
that's a
Yeah.
weird.
No, see, this one's
Yeah,
gonna
the
stick with us.
commenters are like,
Next
I don't know
time-
what to do with this guy.
Next time it's going to be sitting in the shower with your friends.
Yeah.
Nah, but
With the
yeah.
garden, then all my friends' heads
Yeah.
around the garden.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna try standing in the bath.
Okay.
Right?
Up. Why
Yeah.
not?
You're big
dirty.
into the avant-garde of it.
Yeah,
it's
we're
like I think that's a
breaking
good.
rules.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You're just like dirty as above your shins. It's like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with him?
God, but his calves are so clean. I want to smell his feet for some reason.
It's not all of you that smells. It's your calves smell amazing. But
Yeah.
you smell terrible.
Alex, this has been awesome, man.
Dude, I love
been
this.
great.
Is so much fun. I love this. This is
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you
so
for having
much.
me.
Dude,
Thank
of
you so
course.
much for coming. That was
Yeah,
great.
thanks for having me, guys.
Love
Really,
your
really
energy.
special
Of
being here.
course.
Yeah, I
of
love your energy, man.
course.
It's awesome. I'm glad you came from Queen Street and not from North York. Because
Yeah. Biking down that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been a bit.
I don't think it would have made it even.
Probably not. You would have been pulling up like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like in a cold sweat at that point.
Yeah.
Like it's the opposite of hot sweat. I'm
Should we record or should we take you to the hospital?
like, I get there via ambulance. They're like, he asked to be dropped off here.
Yeah. That's kind of beautiful, actually.
He needs to go to the ER.
So tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people what you got going on. I know tomorrow night, this episode will have already been posted by the time that you do Seinfeld trivia at track and field.
Yeah.
But it's happening. So if there's more of it, you might see more. How was that, right?
That was actually really good.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You might see more. There's going to be trivia every Wednesday. I do trivia at track and field every Wednesday. Next one will be movies. So if you guys are into it, come out. It's fun.
July 22nd?
July 22nd, Wednesday. Every Wednesday we do trivia at track and field. It's $5 lagers, $10 margaritas, and $12 espresso martinis. So it's a good time. Alex have Sands everywhere. It's my username, and you can find me at Sandoval on YouTube. And I do next I guess I do Offish every single Monday, so we'll have some Seinfelds coming up probably this weekend.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Amazing.
Guys, thanks for having me. This is rules. Thanks so much for having me.
Dude, thank you so much. I also realized I never addressed the fact that I'm wearing a full Spain soccer kit. And Francesco here is wearing the Spain jersey. Spain beat France today in the World Cup semifinals.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, the finals will have already happened. So they either,
oh my days,
right? They either beat Argentina or England, or lost to Argentina or England. So
We shall see.
it's either like yes, let's go, or it's like can't believe it. So
exactly.
yeah, but I figured I would put this on.
Fair play.
And we're going to do my favorite thing where I just press all the buttons as we go out. Before I do that, you can find us on Birdcore Show at, TikTok and Instagram, and Birdcore on YouTube. And Sham, anything you want to add?
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
And one day we'll get Sham on camera. One day, I swear.
One day.
Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Who wants some Jimmy John's?
I wish I had used these more.
Bye-bye.